Segment 2, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, a presentation of Sonny Hirsch and myself. Dial us up on the web, www.ntnm.org, where hundreds of thousands of shows have been watched. Don't forget about, you can Facebook me too, Avi Myers, and Community Policing, caps24.org, and somebody who's been involved in the neighborhood along the lines of community policing. And you know, one of the things we never talked about was community policing in the Business Association. Is the executive director of the Westridge Chamber of Commerce. And for those of you who have no clue what Westridge is, it is not only literally west of Ridge, it is actually the name of the neighborhood that people used to call Northtown, that people now call West Rogers Park, but it's really Westridge. And that is Amie Zander. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Good. And at this point, the baby is about 7 months old.
She will be 7 months later this month. Yeah.
Well, we have the same birthday, so that's how I'm able to keep track.
So that's how you know. Yep. She will be 7 months. She's getting big. Can't believe it.
Yeah, that's very cool. So motherhood exciting and all that?
It is. It's great. It's very exciting.
Glad you're enjoying.
I am.
That's for sure. So anyway, the Business Association, now you guys used to have an on-street address. Now you're on a second floor.
We are. We're on a second floor. Right 2540 Devon, so right in the middle between Rockwell and Maplewood. Pretty easy to get to, but we are upstairs, so you might not, nice sign on our door, but you might not find us unless you know we're upstairs.
No, you have to know it's upstairs, and I do walk by there, so I'm very familiar with the place, and I actually haven't been in that office yet.
Yeah, it's nice. It's small. It's a little bit more secure than where we were before. I like it. You know, it's nice. It's right in the middle of all the action. That tends to be the really busy part of Devon Avenue, so I can look out and
part of Devon Avenue, no
see
question.
what's happening.
As a matter of fact, usually when I go there, I've left Devon Bank and I'm on my way over to the vegetable market on Tallman.
Yep, that is one of the busiest places on the street usually.
And you know, that place is great. And you know, people don't realize that that's actually a sister store, the one on Toohey near Lehigh.
It is, yeah. It's they have pretty much the same product there. I know they cater a little bit more to the South Asian culture up here on Devon Avenue.
Right, and you're more likely to find the Polish and Russian and Baltic state stuff at the other store.
At the other store, yeah. Like
and not to mention some Jewish stuff. But there's also a lot of Oriental stuff. For instance, when I wanted a certain kind of obscure rice wine vinegar,
I was able
to find it on Toohey, which
That's
is kind
great.
of cool. But one of the things I like about both stores, and I'm really not trying to plug the store, is the freshness of the vegetables.
Yes, yes.
I mean, when I bring it home, I don't have to worry about it's like, I got about 12 hours to use it, or they
exactly.
die.
You know they're going to be good, and right now Indian mangoes are in season, so there's a lot of that going on right now in Devon.
Oh,
so.
One thing I got to tell you, you know what? And we're not even talking about the regular business stuff yet. When I had to call tech service for Adobe, of course I'm talking to somebody in India.
Yes.
The same thing with almost any tech thing. So you know what? At the time of waiting, or when they're looking stuff up on the computer or whatever else, let's go. You know what? By the way, I live only 4 blocks away from the largest Indo-Pakistani shopping strip in the United States. And one time, you know, I just trying to find things to be friendly with. If you're a little friendly with these guys, they'll give you better service. So I wanted to know what they charge for mangoes, Indian mangoes in India. Because over here you see the sign, first of all, there's a sign, don't rearrange the mangoes.
Yep, don't touch them.
Yeah, because they're not only a matter of ripeness and all the rest of it, but they're also, it's like, don't take from this box and that box. There's different ripenesses involved. They all might be from this orchard, and they're not cheap. No. They're usually like about $36 for a dozen. Yeah,
they're not cheap at all. Sometimes they're on sale at the end of the season. You can get them a little cheaper, but they're a hot commodity. People come here from all over the suburbs and out of state to come and get Indian mangoes. It's a big deal.
So anyway, I asked one of the tech guys at Adobe, what do Indian mangoes cost?
What do they cost
you
there?
In India?
Oh boy.
It was $1 a kilo.
Oh.
Which is 2.2 pounds.
Oh my gosh, you get a whole box probably for $1.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the shipping them overseas must be what we're paying for.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of money in import-export.
Yeah, really.
Postage, yeah. So anyway, you know what? Well, first of all, I don't want to use up all our time, but you know, you're doing community policing stuff now.
We are. The new commander has been really, he's so great. And he's been really proactive with the businesses on Devon Avenue specifically. We've had a few little problems here and there. And so we have 2 pseudo CAPS meetings, I guess we could call them, an East Devon and a West Devon, usually monthly or every other month, and it's a chance for the business owners to really talk about their concerns and problems with policing.
And the community actually shows up.
Yeah, he comes to all of them. He is great.
It's great. You know, it's cool because he comes to, not all of them, but he comes to a lot of the CAPS meetings. You know, I don't know his whole background. You know, he was actually in Fallujah. He did a few tours of Fallujah. He was a Marine, Lieutenant Colonel in the Marines.
Maybe that's why he's so good at what he does, because he's very thorough and right to the point. And, you know, our community is so diverse. So a lot of our problems are probably new. To most people, they'd be new. They're different kinds of problems. But he's good at dealing with, you know, the public and the business communities that have, you know, they have their own concerns about safety and, you know, whatever else. And it really, we're doing a survey right now of finding out information about hours and databasing all that to find out when the stores are open, when they're closed, when their employees come to work and leave work, where they park. So it's really been a really interesting way to get to know our businesses a little bit better.
No, that's great. No, he's very hands-on about these things, and I do like that. Now, in terms of regular events you usually have?
We have a whole bunch of different events on our website that you can check out. In June, we do have 2 rollouts for SPIF funding, so those are coming out. We also have, you know, monthly networking events with our chamber, other chambers. We're doing a lot of joint stuff. Our golf outings coming up. So lots of great stuff. If they go on our website, westridgechamber.org, you can click on events, and there's a nice calendar that you can download onto your phone. It's really, can't be easier now.
Yeah, and by the way, if you're wondering why I'm not plugging the softball game at this point in time, that's because we don't know yet.
We don't know what's going on with softball. Fill-ins, we don't know what's going on. So I'll leave it at that. We're just not sure, but we're hoping to maybe get something. It won't be in June like it usually is. It might be later this summer.
No, I hope it is later this summer because I really enjoy doing the play-by-play.
Yeah, it's a fun night. So I hope we'll be able to do it, hopefully, somehow.
No, it definitely is. There's no question about it. Anyway, if people want to contact the chamber,
they can call me at 773-743-6022. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, on our website. They can email me. However, you can find me almost everywhere.
Yeah. All I do is type in the words WE, and all of a sudden Westridge Chamber comes up.
Yes.
And I see the name Amie Zander.
Yes.
And, you know, we basically go from there.
You can Google me, and I'm everywhere, too. So
she's everywhere.
I'm everywhere. Yeah.
Not to mention videos from the show. Yeah, I've seen
tons of videos from the show. So.
No, that's cool. So anyway, I want to thank you very much. Amie Zander, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for enlightening us about what the Chamber's up to. I want to thank all of you for watching. I want to thank my entire Tactical crew, Sonny Hirsch. And join us again next week. And I wish I had something to say right now, so I'll just say bye, everybody. Thanks. Bye-bye.